Alright, so after entering the locked door in the main room, you should have 2 small keys remaining. If you do not have 2 small keys, then you will not have enough to complete this section of the temple, so you have to go back and get the other 2 small keys. So if you have 2, then continue on in here, climb up the ladders, and then once you get to this point, then Navi will start yelling at you to mention that there are arrows pointing on the floor. So if you follow the arrows, you'll see that they lead from the green block all the way to this little cubby hole right here that has the same symbol on it. So it's pretty obvious that they want us to put the block in that hole. So start pulling it along the arrows. Once that clicks into place, you want to head back here, and then before we push the green block the rest of the way, let's climb up this ladder, and then you round the corner, and there is a red block that is hiding in here. And before we go up, you want to just push this ahead until it clicks against the back wall, and then this will save us a little bit of time. Once that's done, you want to hop back down to the lower level, and then you have to go around to get to the green block. So check this out. You go through here, then turn right, and then this will lead you to the other side where the green block was, so that you can push it into the hole. So once it finally gets in there, it'll snap into place, and this part's a little weird because the angle is just funny. So you climb up here, and you have to turn right, actually. See, there's a little ledge right here that is kind of hiding. So once you get over here, here's the red block that we pushed up against the wall. So this saves us a little bit of time. We don't have to go all the way around again. Then once you push it all the way back, it'll click into place just like the green block did. You'll notice there are arrows on the floor here too. So climb up, and then climb up the next ledge and go up the ladder that's around the corner. And then up here there are 2 blue bubbles, and so the best way to defeat them is to just use Deku Nuts. You can just stun them that way, and then hit them with a jump attack to kill them instantly before they have a chance to jump around and be annoying. So this makes them a lot easier, and oftentimes they drop Deku Nuts, so they will refill all the Deku Nuts that you use to defeat them anyway. So don't feel too bad about using them all up. So head on over to the door, and I just want to make note of the fact that there's a silver eye switch above it. We can't do anything with that yet, so just ignore it for now. Now you want to head through the locked door, and then use Farore's Wind if you have it. This will make a shortcut so we can return to this room quickly later on. You can go the long way and then work your way back to this room, because you will have to multiple times. But this will just save a little bit of time. If you don't have the spell, don't worry about it, it's fine. In any case, head on into the corridor, which Navi will mention is all twisted. Way to go, what a bright observation. In any case, you want to head to the opposite side. Hopefully it doesn't make you dizzy. And then in the next room, Navi will mention that there are monsters that hang from the ceiling. Oh no! And she is referring to Wall Masters, an enemy that is from previous Zelda games, who will appear as shadows above you, and they will fall down on top of you and grab you and take you back to the start of the dungeon. So they're pretty annoying like that, because it'll make you have to walk all the way back here. In any case, use your small key to enter the door and then go through this room. There's nothing we can do here at the moment, so just go through the other side. Once you get in here, you'll see that there's a Stalfos that you have to fight. Do not fall down the hole while fighting him. Even though he can walk on air, you can't. So if you fall down that hole, you'll have to go the long way to get back to this room to fight him all over again. Once he's defeated, then the platform that is in midair will lower to the ground. And you'll find 2 more Stalfos you have to fight. This time it's a little harder because you have to defeat them in a certain amount of time. When one of them dies, he turns into a pile of bones, and then if you do not kill the other one fast enough, then the bones will turn right back into a Stalfos. This means that this battle can go on and on forever if you are not quick enough. So one method of defeating them quickly is you can hurt them both, as opposed to just turning one at a time. And once they're both hurt pretty bad, and they only take 1 or 2 more hits to kill, then you can kill them both, so that way you can kill them quickly. So just a little trick to defeat them quickly. And once that's done, then a small chest, or a large chest will appear containing the fairy bow, which is the adult version of the fairy slingshot. It allows you to shoot arrows, so you can kill things from range, and later on you'll be able to power up your arrows with different elements to freeze and melt things, which are pretty sweet. So once you have that, you want to return to the room with the silver eye switch. So if you don't have Farore's Wind, you can return to the door that does not have the symbol above it. This will take us back to that room so that we can go back to the hallway. If you do have Farore's Wind, then just use it to return here, and then I suggest you use it again to make another warp point so that we can return here yet again later on. So you'll see quickly in a moment why we are doing this. Head back into the previous room, and you might want to defeat the blue bubbles again so that they're not in the way. Once the two blue bubbles are out of the way, you want to shoot the silver eye switch. This will make this twisted corridor untwisted, so now we have a new angle to approach this little room from. So there's something else we can get in this room. So head on through the corridor, and then once you get in there, you want to hop down, and there is a large, colorful chest that has the boss key inside. It's kind of interesting because we're getting it early on. Most of these dungeons, we're getting them kind of near the end. There's also a wall master in this room, but I suggest you just avoid it. Hop down the hole, and this will take us to a little room that has two blue bubbles in it. I suggest you just use Deku Notes to kill them quickly. Once they're both defeated, this will open up the door nearby. This will take us to a previous room we've been in before, but now we're up on a higher ledge that we haven't been to before. Try not to fall down, because then we'll have a long ways to get back to this room. If you have Farore's Wind, that would still make it a lot easier to get back there. In any case, you can kill the big Deku Baba if you so desire, and then you want to head around, and there is a platform over here that has recovery hearts on it. We'll be going there in a moment, but there's an Octorok down there that I just want to point out that you can shoot from afar. It doesn't actually hurt us from up here, but this is kind of cool. So anyways, acquire the recovery hearts if you so desire, and then up top you'll see that there is a gold Skulltula hiding on the wall. It'll give you gold Skulltula token number 52. Dun, 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 dun. So once you have that, you want to head back to the platform, and then start heading to the left. There is a door straight ahead, but we're going to do that next. There is a small key we can grab in this room off to the side. Head on in here, and there is a new enemy. It looks much like the Wall Master, but it's a different variety. These are Floor Masters, and these guys are a pain in the butt. They're one of probably everybody's most hated enemy in this game, because when you kill them, they can split into three little hands. So what you can do is, as soon as you defeat them, power up a spin attack, and this will kill them all instantly. Saves a lot of time, makes those enemies a lot easier. If that doesn't work, you want to use your shield on them and get close, and then stab them to death. It's also possible to use Din's Fire to kill them quickly. Once they're both defeated, this will make a small chest appear containing a small key. This is why we had to come this way, to get the small key and the boss key to continue our way through the dungeon. So now that we've done that, we need to go back to that room where we got the fairy bow. So head on out of this room and then enter the door on the right. This will take us back to the room where we pushed all the blocks. Now at this point I'm going to use Farore's Wind, but if you take the long way, just remember that the corridor will still be untwisted. You need to shoot the eye switch again to make it twist up again. But if you use Farore's Wind, you'll appear back in the room while it was still twisted. So just head on through, and then you want to jump to the right and go through the door. This will take us back to where we got the fairy bow. So that's it for this video. Join me for the next one, and I'll show you how to complete the next part of the dungeon.